Hey man, welcome to a brand new episode of Things That Shouldn't Be Watched by Adults. Roll the intro. I think it's evident by my last video that if there's content I don't understand, instead of just writing it off as awful content, I'll generally just give it time to try and understand it. And today I'm going to do that with the Skibidi toilet. And no, I'm not going to spend 24 hours watching it. Maybe I should have. For those who don't know what the Skibidi toilet is, congratulations on touching grass every day. Skibidi toilet is a series created by the fuck Boom? Is that how you say his name? What the fuck? We all know what he did there, and there's nothing anyone can say to convince me otherwise. And as the name Skibidi Toilet suggests, the series is full of toilets. Some people think that's ironic because the series itself is shit, but I say you guys are just mean.
Dude, no one has ever said that before.
Shut the fuck up! Thank you. The series has over 3 billion views here on YouTube. Totally not jealous right now. In the first episode, we are introduced to the antagonist of the series, the Skibidi Toilet. You can immediately tell that the fuck channeled his inner embryos when making this because it already smells like baby formula from just the first episode. I'm surprised he didn't use the Cocomelon's intro and just... By the way, this series is in portrait mode. We are no longer cavemen, Mr. Boom. Get your aspect ratios right. The second episode is similar to the first one. There really isn't much going on, just more Skibidi Toilet singing. And I don't think the fuck was even thinking of turning it into what it is today. From the first 2 episodes, it kinda looked like it was just going to be your typical Gmod meme that dies out as soon as the kids who are watching it age by a year. But then, a flip switched on the 3rd episode. What if I milk this even more? And start a toilet series. Yeah, that's in portrait mode. And force everyone to watch it on their phone. What if I did that? The storyline of this series starts to pick up on this episode. There are about 6 Skibidi toilets walking towards a crowd of people. I'm assuming this is where they invaded the world formally, because you and I know that they've been here for almost 2 episodes. They were just hiding under people's poop until now. People are out of their cars watching these stinking toilets walking towards them singing a TikTok meme. Is this what they mean when they say TikTok is destroying the world? Are we going to get invaded by toilets? It's hard to say whether the people are staring because they are scared of the Skibidi toilets, or they're just asking themselves why unflushed toilets are doing a TikTok trend. So I guess they somehow multiplied from 1 to now 6. Also, I thought they were in sewage pipes. These are not sewage pipes. These are walking toilets. What the fuck? What is going on? How did they even multiply? And where did the big guy come from? Is he the first Skibidi toilet to come to Earth? Is he their Jesus? If you're gonna make shit up, at least show where shit comes from and not where it goes. But I think those are just short people in costumes trying to take over the world. I know it doesn't look like it. And I probably sound crazy, but this is what I saw when I zoomed in a little bit too close. See? I told you! It looks like the invasion was a success because everyone in this restaurant is sitting on top of a toilet, which is disgusting to think about. But what makes it disturbing is that those are the Skibidi toilets.
Man, that's always a weird song playing in my toilet when I'm not using it. What? Yeah, man. And whenever I poop, I can't see it. You can't see what? My poop, dude. And my ass always comes out clean. And wet. I'm starting to get worried, man. I kinda like it though.
This looks like the leader of the toilet so far. It's the same guy that was leading the invasion back in episode 3. But why terrorize a restaurant? Why not the White House or any famous government building at this point? A restaurant? What? You may be wondering if these Skibidi toilets say anything other than this TikTok meme. They don't. And we still have 50 more episodes to watch. Don't click off the video. Episode 5 answered one of my questions. How did they even multiply? And it looks like they just puke more toilets. This is just lazy writing. Oh, and the toilets fly. Don't ask me how, man. I don't know. Just go along with it. The toilets fly, okay? Episode 6 is just a filler episode. It adds nothing to the story. And if you think about it for more than 2 seconds, you'll just end up getting confused. Because the humans are supposed to be under siege by the toilets. But here they are dancing with them. But I can see how they could be forced to dance. I mean, look at those faces. These are not the faces of people who are having fun. Those look like trauma smiles. In this episode, we are introduced to one of the protagonists of the series, but we don't get to see their face. He's already flushing one of the Skibidi toilets, so you know he means business. They should hire this guy in public toilets. Also, that's a dumb weakness. Anyone can just kill these toilets. Why did it take 7 episodes before anyone thought of flushing them? The 2 guys dancing behind him could have killed him. If I had a weakness like that, I wouldn't be facing away from anyone. I would be paranoid for the rest of my life. I guess all of these toilets are connected to each other somehow. Because immediately when this toilet got flushed, a shit ton of them showed up. Get it? Flushing a toilet to only bring up clogged shit? No? Okay. Who is this guy? And where does he come from? I thought this guy was their leader. We saw him lead a successful invasion. Yeah, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. But we didn't see this guy. Who is he? Whoever he is pissed. Okay, I'll stop with the toilet jokes. Should I tell him he can pee inside of himself? You know, since he's a toilet? We finally get to see the face of one of the protagonists, the cameraman. And it looks like this guy wasn't demoted because he's leading a charge in this episode. Where is the angry guy? He seemed angry and ready to fight in the last episode, but he's nowhere to be seen when they're going after the cameraman. Where did he go? In episode 9, the toilets are holding some sort of a memorial for the toilet that got flushed in episode 7.
My style is ridiculous.
And there are only 2 toilets present. This guy must not have had a lot of friends. Where are all those guys who came in rushing when he got flushed? Or were they just waiting for him to get flushed and rushed in to thank the cameraman? Was this toilet a bad guy? These must be the slowest toilets I have ever seen. I've actually never seen a toilet run, so I guess these are the fastest toilets I have ever seen. But can't they run even faster? Because what was that, man? The cameraman didn't even move more than 2 steps to flush this guy. And then he goes on to spray the camera logo on the guy's memorial picture. Yeah, that was badass, man. I can't even get mad at that. But I'm having a hard time believing that these guys are the good guys. I don't know. They just seem evil. I mean, look at this. What the hell was that? In this episode, we are introduced to Saint Skibidi Toilet. And judging by the name, you can tell that he's a holy toilet. I don't even want to imagine what kind of hideous monster he prays to. I guess I also don't know what kind of hideous monster we pray to, but I'm pretty sure he's chilled. I think he's chilled. Hopefully. The cameraman crashed yet another personal and emotional toilet gathering. Oh my god, this whole video sounds like a fucking nightmare. Couldn't they have waited for, I don't know, the fucking gathering to be over? So far, the only bad thing these toilets have done was to colonize a restaurant. which I still think was pretty dumb. But I don't think that's something that deserves the death penalty, or in this case, I guess, the flush penalty. They haven't done anything evil yet. But in just 4 episodes, these cameramen have already killed 5 toilets, 2 of which were at their friend's memorial service, by the way, and now they're about to kill a fucking priest. Wait, did he just eat him? Yeah, nah, flush him. In episode 11, both sides are charging towards one another. Who are these two? And why are they running in front of the toilets? It looks like it's the 2 guys who were dancing with the toilet back in episode 7, I think.
Cause my style is ridiculous.
Someone needs to warn them before, well, that happens. I guess we're too late. We finally get to see a full-on war between the toilets and the cameraman. So far it's only been sneak attacks and ganging up on someone. We never really got to see them fight each other head on, like in a 1v1 situation. Does that even make sense? There's also a giant camera throwing toilets around in this episode. And I've never seen him before. Have you? No? Well, I guess he just spawned out of nowhere. Oh, and this guy is back. Why is he shooting laser beams out of his eyes? I would understand if he was shooting something like feces, but those are laser beams. That has nothing to do with the toilet. Are we just making things up as we go? He didn't have this power back in episode 7, and if you think he was holding back, did you see how angry he was in that episode? And you think he wouldn't have used his lasers? Really? I think the fuck saw that he was a useless and powerless antagonist, and he gave him powers and a convenient plot armor behind closed doors to drag this series even further, and he thought we wouldn't notice. But we did, and I don't think this is going to be the last time. Now there's a giant ant carrying a machine gun. Where do these people come from? I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable with trusting something that looks like it was drawn by someone in a mental institution with my life. I don't. And look at that thing. That thing is hideous. This thing looks like it'll break as soon as it turns. And I don't think this end camera has ever been to a firing range, because he's missing almost all of his shots that are not directed towards the big giant toilet. But luckily for him, these flying toilets are blind and they keep running into his bullets. 2 cameramen from the drone land on top of the giant toilet as their drone is destroyed. And guess what? Just guess. He also shoots lasers. I see. So bigger means laser, and laser means giant toilet. And it looks like he was all laser and no flash proof because, well, there are more giant toilets in this episode, and I'm not going to ask where they're coming from because I think that's what you want me to say, and I'm not going to say it. Okay, you're right, I will say it, just not right now when you expect me to. The cameramen are marching towards the giant toilets, and this metal giant toilet comes out of nowhere, crashing both the Skibidi toilets and the cameraman. Where does it come from? See, I told you I'll say it when you're not expecting it, and I did. But I feel like you were expecting it. I doubt he's one of the toilets that were puked in episode 5, because you can't puke something this big. If anything, he looks like a rogue prison toilet. I doubt he's even a part of this war. He's probably just running away from his toilet duties. I heard prisoners do some interesting things in toilets.
Hey Frank, where's the toilet, man? Man, the toilet is right here. Is that lube? Stop playing, man. Where's the toilet? Are those condoms? Man, what do you do in that toilet, dude?
Episode 15 starts off with the cameraman auditioning for a Fortnite battle skin.
This my style is ridiculous.
Is this how they run? What the hell? I did not see that one coming. Is that what the toilets are drawn towards? Just... The cameramen attach the camera to a toilet and they're about to spy on the Skibidi toilets to see what really goes on behind closed doors, baby.
This my style is ridiculous.
But that's not a face of a Skibidi toilet. If we're going to spy on them making out, I mean, creating more toilets, I mean, making more... That doesn't sound right. If we're gonna spy on them inventing more toilets, and you better not make this one weird, we need a believable disguise. Something that will blend in and not look suspicious.
Hey, did you kill this man? What? Kill? No. I did not kill anyone. Oh yeah? Then why is there blood on your coat? Coat? What coat? Dude, you're not fooling anyone. There's literally blood on the knife that you're holding. Oh, this? This is just food coloring, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm calling the cops. Dude, I can literally see you.
And of course he exploded. Great. Yeah, where are we going with this? It feels like we've been going around in circles so far. Nothing really happened ever since the fight in episode 12. And it feels like we are going off script now and just making fights for the sake of views. Which I'm not mad about, but god damn it, man, what's even going on? This guy is back and it seems like he really is the leader of these toilets because he's holding a meeting with his gang. The cameramen creep up on them and try to, you guessed it, blow them up. But it didn't work. Alright, can we just stop with the bombs, guys? Clearly they're not working out for y'all. Just stick to what you do best and flush more toilets. Stop trying to blow everyone up. You guys are ruining the fucking city. And you guys probably don't have funds to rebuild everything. So stop blowing shit up. Hi. No, don't worry. This isn't a sponsor section. I'm just here to tell you that the guy you are watching forgot to record episode 18. But it's just the introduction of the TV Titan. So yeah, you're not really missing out on anything. Okay, bye now. I'm starting to think that these cameramen are evil. They're just sitting there watching all the chaos unfold while eating junk. Holy shit, is that Iron Man? Seems like the odds are now in the cameraman's favor because of Iron Man here. I wonder how his fight with the laser toilet will go. But luckily we don't have to wait because the next episode is the fight between the laser toilet and Iron Man. The laser toilet blasts his laser towards Iron Man and he pulls out a shield from nowhere. Yeah, I don't think Iron Man can do that. Should I even ask where the shield came from? This guy runs into him and the iron camera is forced to run away. Be because he's a little bitch. His core was getting fried, so I guess he can be excused. The cameraman abducted one of the Skibidi toilets and they're asking him about the giant toilet with lasers. No, not that guy. That guy is dead, remember? I mean this guy. He doesn't appear to be saying anything. As a matter of fact, he could be saying everything. I just can't figure out what it is that he's saying. From everything I've learned about this series, I think I can decipher what he's saying though. He's just saying a bunch of racial slurs to the cameraman. He starts spacing out before they flush him, and it looks like all that spacing out really helped because the laser toilet showed up out of nowhere and blew everyone up. Alright, there are so many toilets in this series now to a point where any toilet can just be easily replaced. So why is the leader of the toilet here in person? I mean, this wasn't even a high-ranking toilet. He was tiny. And the high-ranking toilets are giants. So there's no reason for him to be here. And even if all that spacing out did signal him, it would have taken him at least a minute or two before he could arrive. Unless if these cameramen are stupid enough to interrogate him next to the laser toilet's hideout. Yeah, now that I think about it, they once placed a camera on top of a toilet as a disguise. So yeah, they are dumb enough to do it. The laser toilet is leading a charge in this episode. I think he's really mad about that guy being flushed. They seem to have the upper hand on the cameraman because the cameramen are all just running away. Can you imagine your country's defense force running away from an invasion by another country? What? You can't? Well, neither can I. That would look really bad on them. You would never trust them. And that's what these cameramen are doing. Luckily for me, I've never trusted these cameramen ever since they ruined someone's memorial service back in episode 9. But luckily for them, these two heroes are still keeping my hopes up for them. They got on top of the laser toilet and finally, they are about to flush him and end this war. As well as the series, because I am tired of saying toilet in every sentence. What? That didn't work. Why didn't that work? Also, what the fuck is this? We finally get to see the lab where these giant cameramen are made, which is good progress story-wise. So I won't keep asking where the cameramen came from because it looks like this is where they are made. But I still don't know about the toilets. While they are busy finishing up their latest model, the Skibidi toilet break in just to run away as soon as they see the Titan camera. And of course, he had to blow them up. But what's interesting is that the building itself didn't collapse from the explosion, and I doubt this is a reinforced building, which means this guy either doesn't have that much firepower, which is bad because the laser toilet is abnormally strong and has plenty of plot armor, or he's just throwing wet grenades, which is equally as bad and also embarrassing. Ew, did he just eat that guy? What is wrong with these toilets? What the fuck? This episode starts off where the war was the last time. Yeah, I'm kidding, it doesn't. This is a completely different fight on a completely different location. And this guy is getting jumped so bad. This kind of reminds me of this scene from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. At least this guy was holding his own until this mutant freak showed up. He gets flushed and I really hope there isn't more of his kind. We are also introduced to an army of protagonists called the Speakermen. And they don't seem to like the Skibidi song, and I don't blame them. They're playing their own music, which is equally as bad. So I don't know who wins this battle. Oh, and they're dancing in the middle of a war. Great. I don't know about you, but I don't think these guys are the saviors of humanity. Episode 25 starts off with the speaker man wearing headphones and riding a toilet, which looks as ridiculous as it sounds. And behind him there's a mob of toilets. I didn't know they can ride these toilets. Why is that now a thing? Everyone is wearing headphones, so I guess it's some sort of a cameraman trend. Or maybe they're also doing their own TikTok challenge. And the challenge is playing the brown note to the Skibidi toilet. Get it? Because they are toilets. And the brown note apparently makes people shit themselves. That's a very funny joke, okay? Hey, that's not how it works. That's not how the brown note frequency works at all. What is this shit? You guys are not reading my script. You're making me look bad. Make them shit themselves. Read the script. It seems like the fight is reaching its climax, but we are only halfway through the series, so yeah, it's not. And this cameraman dude, he's kicking ass. I'll admit it, this fight was clean. Everything about it seems well thought of, from the roof down to the last toilet on the ground, especially the last scene. That was badass, I'm not gonna lie. That was badass. We are also introduced to more speaker men in this episode, and I can only assume that they were also made in that camera lab. Speaking of which, boy is this guy. Shouldn't he be in battle by now? Another variant of the Skibidi toilets makes an appearance, only to get nuked on and flushed by this titan speaker man with like 10 speakers sticking out of his head. You can't tell me that this isn't badass. I mean, look at this. He kinda reminds me of the iron cameraman that ran away from the laser toilet, but cooler. If I was like 9, I was gonna give this episode a 10 out of 10, but I'm 21 and already going through a midlife crisis, so 3 out of 10. Episode 27 just diluted all the hype from episode 6. We went from a full-on war to this? Is that what they do all day? Well, no wonder they started a war. Their lives suck. The cameramen break in and shut down their toilet OG. Which is good. Now they're doing the Lord's work. Episode 28 starts off with the Skibidi toilet in what seems to be a meeting. The laser toilet isn't the one holding the meeting, it's this guy. So I assume he's the leader here. Well, not for long because he got bitch slapped by the red titan. What a nice guy. The speaker and cameraman are dancing like they've already won this war, which would be great because that would mean my video ends here, but they haven't won the war, so what the hell are they doing? The giant speaker is just chilling on top of a toilet, reading a book about toilets, it seems. Dude, you are sitting on one. What more do you need to know about them? They look a little bit too relaxed in my opinion, but hey, what do I know? Oh, I know that they got ambushed as soon as I sat out by a glitching toilet, so I guess I really do know something after all, huh? Dude, the evolution of the Skibidi toilet is mad. They now have Table on their side. And he just one-shots the giant toilet. Well, I guess in this case he one-toilets him. Can I say that? Damn, he's just toileting them one by one. The Skibidi toilets captured one of the cameramen. It's probably this guy from the last episode who was sent flying. I'm sure he even handed himself over because that was just embarrassing. They put a microchip toilet inside of him and the toilet takes over his body and he beats the shit out of his fellow cameraman. Was he just standing there the entire time, just recording his comrade getting tortured? What the fuck?
Yeah, beat him up in free. Can you move a bit to the left? Wait, my battery just died. Yeah, you're gonna have to beat him up again.
Well, no wonder he started with him. The micro toilet probably didn't even do anything in this case. The cameraman is stomping his feet inside of a Skibidi toilet and just wearing them like shoes. I refuse to believe that these are the good guys. While they are busy admiring how evil they are, one of the giant Skibidi toilet comes flying in with the infected cameraman and another one comes flying in from behind and he rips out the head of the cameraman with toilets on his feet. Yeah, I don't think the microchip appreciates one of his brothers being used as shoes. So the moral of the story here is don't wear toilets as shoes. Come on, they're just too big. They have now infected a whole army of cameramen, which is weird because the process of doing that didn't seem that easy. So how did they infect such a large number of them in such a short span of time? I guess this is just one of those toilet mysteries that we'll never find out.
Hey, buddy. I know I told you off a few seconds ago, but that's only because you're doing a TikTok trend. That was too loud. But don't worry, you're not gonna end up like this guy. It's okay. I'm not here to fight. I just have a few questions for you, okay? So, how did you infect the cameraman in such a short span of time? Also, where do you come from? Another cold shoulder, huh? That's fine. That's fine. Just give me one moment, please. Can you believe that guy?
Episode 32 starts off like how you'd expect it to, based on the previous episode, which is very unusual for this series. Usually after such a big build up from the previous episode, the next one will just spit on your face, just by showing you a random isolated fight that has nothing to do with the progression of the series or the storyline. Man, these toilets must really like the taste of this cameraman, huh? Because they just keep eating them. It looks like they've added a new variant to their team. And he also shoots lasers, but in the most realistic way possible for a toilet with no hands. The more I watch this, the more convinced I am that those are just short people in there. The Red Titan joins the fight and he beats the hell out of this soldier toilet. They also infect him with the micro toilet and yeah, it's not looking good for the cameraman and the speaker man now, dude. This guy is just wreaking havoc on everyone. Episode 33 starts where episode 32 left off, which I really appreciate. The laser toilet joins in on the fight. And the camera and speaker man don't seem to be holding on very well. For some reason he's destroying a building with a YouTube logo on it. Yeah, I don't think this guy likes us. What did we do, man? The toilets have morphed with the cameraman to create this weird looking mutant that looks like it was made by Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo team. So you know, it's about to scam everyone out of their lives. Episode 34 is extremely short, which I guess it doesn't mean anything since all of these episodes are under a minute. The cameramen have found a way to remove the micro toilets on the infected cameraman, which is good because they were really struggling in the past episode. And if they really want to win this war, which I doubt they do by the way, they better come up with a quicker way of removing these micro toilets because having to abduct them one by one isn't really ideal when you are in the middle of a war. Which is exactly what they do in episode 35, but for some reason the device doesn't work against the Red Titan. Why? The toilet that infected him looks similar to the other one, so What the hell is going on? These goofballs are just sitting on the sideline in this episode while the giants are removing the micro toilets. Yeah, I'm still not sure about these guys. Why would you confidently sit on the sideline and trust a device that you threw away because it didn't work on the other speaker man? If these guys were protecting me, my heart would have stopped beating a long time ago. They're just so carefree for people who are protecting other people's lives. Nevertheless, their plan worked. More cameramen got freed and more toilets got flushed. The world smells better already. The cameramen now have a tank that fires the anti-micro toilet beams. They free 2 more toilets that were working with this freak mutant, and as soon as they got free, they beat the shit out of him. Episode 38 kinda takes off where episode 37 was, with the cameraman driving the tank towards the Red Titan, and he is just destroying everything, dude. They try firing the tank at the Red Titan and Mr. Laser comes out of nowhere and blocks it, and it doesn't do anything to him. Huh? I thought he would get shocked or something. I don't know, maybe freeze a little bit? And he seemed to have gotten an upgrade. Remember what I said? And I don't think this is going to be the last time. The series stops being portrayed in this episode and becomes landscape. Why did it take you so long, Mr. Boom? Episode 39 introduces another protagonist, or rather should I just say another variant of the many protagonists that will come, because I'm sure there will be giant titans of him in the next few episodes. And who's this mysterious figure that's making the Skibidi toilets shit themselves, you may ask? Well, it's none other than, drumroll please, the TV man! I don't get why he's so scared of him. It's not like he has seen him before or heard of him. Dude, he just got there. Oh, now I see why you were so scared of him. It seems like the light or the signal from the TV man messes up with the brain of these Skibidi toilets, and I guess there isn't any point in me asking where it comes from, because the cameramen have a lab where they just mass produce and clone these guys. Also, one of them has been in the making for more than 15 episodes now. Where the hell is this guy? Regardless of that, the cameramen seem to have an advantage on the Skibidi toilets now with the introduction of the TV man, and they waste no time putting that advantage into use. In episode 40, the TV men are jamming the brain of every toilet they see. Can I just say these episodes are boring now? There really isn't much for me to make fun of. Episode 41 is just similar to episode 40, but instead of the giant TV man doing the blinding, it's the Titan TV man, and his light is so intense that the toilets shit on themselves. This was supposed to happen back in episode 25, Mr. Boom, with the brown note. Not this. You're making a mockery out of my script, Mr. Boom. And I don't like that. This is unforgivable. I guess there really isn't any need for the anti-micro toilet devices anymore. The TV men can just blast their light on the infected cameraman and they'll regain control of their bodies, which makes sense because the light messes with the toilet's brain. So I suppose they wouldn't have that much hold on them. Oh, and the light makes the micro toilet fight each other for some reason. Guess what the Skibidi toilets use to protect themselves against the light from the TV men? They use sunglasses. Did you get it right? The TV men leave after seeing that their light no longer has effect on the toilets anymore, which I'm not mad about, because these assholes were just sitting down at the beginning of the episode. They were not planning on doing anything. Likely they got beaten up, I think. We finally get to see a showdown between the red infected Titan and the new TV Titan that has been upgraded with speakers. And that's where episode 45 picks up from. And the Red Titan just runs away. The TV Titan chases him from episode 45 straight to episode 46, where he runs into yet another horrible mutation. I don't even think this is a toilet. It looks like the Red Titan wasn't just running away from episode to episode. He was actually leading him to an ambush. He led him to the laser toilet, but just when he was about to flush the laser toilet, another weirdo showed up. And try as he might, the numbers were just too much for him to handle alone. It's almost like the Red Titan is willingly working with the toilets, because there is no way he's being controlled like that. The infected cameramen were not that fast and their movements were not that advanced. And when they used that device on him, it didn't work. Maybe because he was not being controlled. Think about it. Huh? Yeah. Luckily the TV man managed to survive, and it looks like the Red Titan isn't too happy about that. By far, episode 47 is my favorite. I'll probably rate it a 5 out of 10. I don't know. Episode 48 is just one of those episodes that add nothing to the story, besides introducing weird Skibidi toilets that no one knows where they come from. Episode 49 introduces yet another variant of the TV man. I'll just call her the Control TV. And not only does she have the ability to control the toilets, she can also bend them. Oh, I forgot to mention that these TV guys travel in shadows, or whatever the hell this is. She does that travel shadow thingy. I don't know what to call it, okay? And she goes into what looks like their base. And our attention is brought towards these 3 cameras. But you can't know what they are yet. It's a secret. You'll just have to keep guessing what these mysterious cameras are. It's this guy. And he's introduced in the next episode, so you don't have to wait anymore. This was another action-filled episode. The Skibidi toilets are charging towards the cameraman's base, and that's making every camera they see, well, except for this guy. He's heading towards enemy line with nothing but a dream and 2 plungers. Hey dude, those are not going to work against them. You might need to just get away, just like everyone else, and just run away. And finally we get to see the cameraman that was being created in episode 33, I think. I don't know, but many episodes ago. He finally joined the fight, and he wastes no time cleaning up the toilet. Is that even him? I don't know, he looks a bit different. And I think he has some sort of gravity powers? A black hole maybe? But whatever it is, it's able to pull enemies towards him. Episode 51 starts off with the Gravity Titan cleaning up what's left of the Skibidi toilets. And it seems like the series is finally heading towards a climax. But it'll probably stay at that climax for the rest of the year. Episode 52 is just one of those episodes where nothing really happens, just isolated fights. Which I guess that's something. Episode 53 starts off with the cameraman just bodying everyone. And it seems like they're going after the Red Titan because they have this giant tank that has that AMTD. Sorry, I mean the anti-micro toilet device. I'm mean, I guess it makes sense because they lost the TV Titan, so they have to use something else, and preferably something big. The cameraman opened episode 45 by bitch slapping a toilet. And the table toilet is back, everyone. But unlike the last time where the cameramen were defenseless against him, this time around the control titan comes out of the shadows to stop him. And I guess this guy must have seen something else on that screen. And that's where the series is by the time of me writing this, which was a long time ago. I think there are like 4 new episodes now. I don't know. And since this series has no end, guess what? I animated one. Now, I'm not an animator or anything like that. I've only animated once and it didn't turn out good. With that being said, I apologize for the abomination that you're about to watch, but I hope you enjoy it.
Those fools are all dead. But I'm still alive. That damn cameraman brat. He just wanted this planet all to himself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Can you believe this guy? He just sat there for 40 minutes over analyzing a kid's series. What the hell is wrong with him? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And we're actually about to hit 2 million subscribers. Don't worry about the number that you see there. It's just a glitch in the system. It'll change over time. Just click that sub button and you'll see. And I'll see you in the next video where I attempt to drown toilets. Bye.